Well, hello guys, welcome to episode 7 of our Save with Gottne IF. If you watched the last episode, and there was only one last week, but it was an absolute corker. We played in the playoffs against a team from the higher division and managed to beat them, which got us promoted to the Elite League. So we are now in the First Division Elite in Sweden, which is one below the top division, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, we are a semi-pro side. There are very few semi-pro sides in this league, so we are going to have to try and compete with that. I've asked to become professional, but they're not particularly at it. I don't know why we're looking at Jonakoping Sodra, but that's where we are. So we have gone through pre-season, and the reason this has taken a bit of time to come because both of the seasons and both of the saves ended at the same time, so I had to play through one pre-season, and I've kind of played through this pre-season the weekend after. As you can see, manager performance is still very good. They're particularly happy with a bunch of things, and those I think probably will include the transfers, because we've been quite good in the transfer market. So let's have a little look at the guys who've come out. There's been a few players who've come out who you will recognise. Alan Kosic, the striker, he's moved on. He was never really that good. I think that just highlights how bad he was. So yeah, he's gone. That's not the end of the world. Kalmedi, who was a central midfielder, who we bought in, played a few games in that first season, but never really did much else. Anton Johansson, he was just getting angry at everything, really, wasn't he? Only 36 that our scouts give him, so he's not all that. He was an okay player. When I signed him in, I was hoping for a bit more. He played a few games, did okay, but that's all we got from him. Anton Granath, mate, this was one I was kind of umming and ahhing over. Do we keep hold of him as a sort of backup left back? In the end, I decided to get rid and see if we could sign somebody else who could be a little bit more competitive. He did okay in the season he was with us, but he never really broke past Hennig, which was why I brought him in. Joel Embring was another player who we bought in that season. He's okay again. He just wasn't really good enough, so we got rid. And Bereza, who's been with us for a long time, I mean, he's Kenyan player. He was good for where we were, but we've moved on. So 104 appearances for Gottne, 6 goals. Thank you very much, Mr. Bereza. But we have moved on. So let's have a look who we have brought in. So we have made some absolutely splendid transfers, I think, and let us take you through them. So we start off with Jonathan Tamimi, who I think is probably the best transfer we've done. Look at what he's worth for a start. 90k, was up to about 150k not so long ago, which I don't understand. He's a guy who can play both left and right back, which is pretty cool. He's got very good or very sort of reasonable statistics across the board. Nothing absolutely stand out, but for this level, that is very, very good. So he's going to be our first choice right back, way ahead of Sebastian and way ahead of Nielsen as well. So good start. Then I wanted to bring in some cover for the right and left side of midfield. So he brought in this lad Husini, who's a 2-star player, emergency backup, but actually I think he's a lot better than that. He's got good acceleration, he can cross, he can dribble, decent first touch. I guess some of these stats let him down a bit, and that's why his potential ability is so low, or his current ability is so low. But I think he can provide something as off the bench. And then alongside that we have Turkin from BK Forward, which is an interesting name. 3.5 star. He looks pretty good. He's fast. He can cross the ball. Not so hot with passing, but not such good work rate. But many of the things that we want him to be good at, he is very good at. So I'm looking forward to having him. He's another guy who's going to be on the bench. Importantly, he can play up top, and certainly with those sort of finishing and forward based statistics, you can see why. And so we'll probably be having him as a sort of emergency striker as well. So I wanted to bring in a backup left back, and as you can see, I brought in this guy, 3 star, 3.5 star potential, or 3.25 star potential, something like that. But he looks pretty good. He's not absolutely amazing at anything in particular, but he is capable. I don't know why we've got him there, but he's capable of playing in a lot of different positions. Very versatile player. So I think Sindrik's going to be a very good player to have on the bench. I should have said we paid £1,500 for Turkin. Next up, we bought in this lad who is a left-sided midfielder. Really happy with this guy. He's going to be a star, I think. Look at the technique. I mean, there's nothing bad in the technical stats. Everything. The worst that you've got is a 5 for finishing. Well, it'd be nice to have a little bit higher than that, but across the board, he is a pretty good player. He's not that tall, but that's not that important. He's got pretty good statistics across the board. I think he's going to be a superstar for us on that left side, and we've been waiting for someone there. We've been playing Isaac Johansson and Mansour. Neither of them are any good, so having him there is going to make a big difference, I think. And finally, De'Ath, who is a central defender who he looks pretty good. He's got great jumping reach and he can head the ball reasonably as well. Decent marking, decent tackling, and all these mental stats are above 5 or 6, so that's pretty good as well, and many of them into double figures. So all in all, I have to say I think the signings are pretty damn good. I'm pretty pleased with that transfer window. Whether it's going to be enough, whether we're going to be able to, this is the dynamics at the minute. Good dressing room atmosphere, good managerial support, but team cohesion isn't quite there. But that's because we brought a load of players in, a load of players have left, and we can't do anything with that really. It's that hopefully if we manage to, the longer we play together, the more that will improve. I'm not looking to bring anyone else in. I think we are in a good place at the minute. So in terms of defensively, we look pretty competitive within the league. Midfielders don't look quite so good. Strikers look okay, not particularly as fast as some of the other strikers, but look okay. We're not as anywhere near as physical, but we have technical players, so maybe we have to make the most of that, technicality. Okay, guys, we are going to go on to play our first game of the season away at Dalkurd FF, who were the side who were promoted alongside us from the other league, who finished second, and we'll see how we do. It'll give us a good idea how we're looking to where we're looking to finish. I think what we'll just have a little look at before we get into that. Here's the season preview. So Dalkurd are set to finish in 14th, but ourselves and Linkoping are the teams that are expected to do terribly in this league. Everyone else is much of a muchness, so yeah, much interest to see how we've done. All the promoted sides are going to struggle, so it looks like this is a big jump up, and I think if we can stay up, that's going to be amazing. If we can't, and the club want us to battle bravely against relegation. I don't know what happens if we do get relegated, but if we can't, then we'll have to figure out what on earth we do. So let's see how we get on against Dalkurd. It's been a while since we've played any football. I haven't gone through pre-season, but we've played a bunch of teams, about 8 or 9 friendlies. Won all of them apart from one which we drew against FC Umeå at home. All the rest of them were away from home and we won them easily. Both teams are pretty much matching each other in terms of formation. Now the side that we're going with is a different sort of side that we've had recently. The forwards look very similar. We've got Hasan Begovic and Bostrand up top. Finished the season very well in that position, but midfield is looking a little bit different from how we started the season before. The only player who's in there that, I don't know, Hagman was there, I think, at that point. But Hagman and Feike are in the centre. Feike signed right at the end of last season. Good player. And then we got Badke and Johansson left and right. Hennig on the left of defence. Tamimi on the right. With Jan and Zarat in the middle with Van Leest in goal. I'm hopeful that we can do something here. And right then, let us see. So this season, this week, I hope to get you a couple of episodes of the Gottne Save Out, a couple of episodes of the Journeyman Save Out, and see where we are at the end of the week. So that's them. They're playing in green. That's confusing. I should have noticed that. So I think our team were a bit confused with that. So very early on, they take the lead. and ball in. Defence didn't quite pick up Bjork. I mean, maybe she was quiet. Oh, so quiet. So we're down to 15th position. Not a good start, really. Demand more. Well, Wilhelmsen, he's lost it to Hagman, who is a great player. He's gone all the way through the defence. And it's through. What a player he is. What a player Hagman is. Importantly, we have tied Hagman and Jan down to longer term contracts. Well, it's a good start from Gottne in that we've scored a goal, but it looks like Dalkurd are having more chances than we are. A draw, I would not be disappointed with a draw in this game. We are going to show some passion, guys. Ball into Johansson. Oh, it's a penalty. Well, who's taking the penalties? I don't know. No one is any good at hitting penalties. It is Feike. And it's a great finish. It's 2-1. What a start. We're 2-1 up. 29 minutes gone. Sherko Feike, first goal of the season. First goal for the club. I think he only made one appearance last season because that's all the opportunities he had because he signed so late. I don't know how we got him whilst we were playing the playoffs. It didn't make any sense. So we're going to praise him for a really good performance. I'm really happy with this side, actually. It looks good. But defensively, hopefully we are capable of doing something. Well, they've gone straight through us. Nordin. It's gone back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper kicks it out, but it's forward to Hasanbegovic. We've not seen much from him yet, and he plays the ball into Feike. Feike looking for his man. Plays it wide to Mimi, the right back. And it's Hasanbegovic. Not seen much of him. You don't need to when he scores goals like that. It's 3-1. What a start to the season. Absolutely fantastic. What a way to begin our time in the elite league in Sweden. I was expecting, admittedly we're playing a fellow promoted side, but what a way to show the rest of the teams what we are all about. Yeah, we'll hand that over to the assistant. We appreciate their efforts and we'll stop at that. And we go top of the league at the minute, which is interesting. Well, it's a free kick to them. Wilhelmsen and Van Leest does some interesting goalkeeping. We'll demand more at this stage early on in this half, and hopefully they will give us a little bit more. They didn't like that. Van Leest certainly didn't like that. As before, remember to point out if there are any goals that you think are worthy of the Passion for FM Goal of the Month competition. Remind me about those in the comments, and we will put them in, and hopefully get one of our goals voted for in the competition. Well, a great start. I don't quite know what to do at this point. I'm tempted to bring on Pettersson, and so I do, but 3-1, and it's bad key, ball through. Oh, it's Jan. Is that 4-1? Is that 4-1? Wow. That's allowed. That's an allowed goal. Fair enough. Hasanbegovic assist. It doesn't get much better than that. Bad key. Lofts it in. Hasanbegovic just over the top. And, well, Jan just pokes it past the goalkeeper. Their defence was terrified. Right. We've got some issues here. We're going to bring on Sindrik to get his debut. As Hennig's on a yellow card, which is good. Yeah, guys, let me know where you think we're going to finish this season. I think this may be a bit of an aberration. I'm certainly not expecting to beat teams 4-1. Any more teams 4-1. We're going to take off the complacent-looking Zlarat and bring on Jonas Thielen right at the end of this, who is Gottne through and through. Great to have him still with us. So here we go. What a start to the season. It could not get better than that. They're a team who are going to be down there with us undoubtedly, but you got to win those games, haven't you? You have got to win those games, and we've done that. We've done that really, really well. So right then, team's happy. Everyone's reacted positively to those comments that I didn't look at when I clicked the button. And we are top of the league. So let's finish the season here, and we'll get promoted to the top league in Sweden. And I'm sure everyone will be happy with that. As you can see, we've got Vanarama in this league. We've got Sirius, and Barrage, who are two teams we're battling with in the other save. So it's interesting. We're kind of the two saves are kind of matching each other up now, which I didn't expect to happen quite so quickly. Yeah, let's just have a little look at the schedule, because that looks it's going to be interesting. So Deja 4, who are, I don't know, I mean, they're still expected to beat us. Then we've got Barrage away from home, who are expected to win Halmstad. Falkenbergs and Osters. So we'll probably come back for the game against Osters. Don't know how good they're supposed to be, but by that point we should probably have an idea whether we are in a world of trouble in this league, whether we can compete, or what's going on. So that's where we'll probably try and come back end of April. I hope that's okay with you guys. Yeah, in the comments let me know, where do you think we're going to finish, what do you think of the transfers, anything else you want to talk about really. I'll see you next time, but please please subscribe if you are new, and yeah, pop back again. I'll see you again. Goodbye.